Oh, so sorry. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. We're glad to have you around here today. My name is Ebuchi O.C. Banito, and I am the Executive Director at the Integrated Institute of Professional Management. It's actually a great honor to be in this class today and then to share with us more of the thoughts around technical writing. I'm actually so excited to be here to share these thoughts with us. And I trust by the end of this class, you'll be glad you did. You'll be glad you had the time to be part of this class. You'll be glad that you didn't waste your time and you didn't waste your energy being here. Now, if this is the first time of joining us in this program, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, then go ahead, like and share the stream to invite your friends and colleagues, and also go ahead and let us know where you're joining us from. We'll be glad to know where you're joining us from. So please go ahead and let us know where you're joining us from. This will be a great one. Okay, so one more time, you are welcome. And today we will be looking at technical writing with generative AI. Technical writing with generative AI. Technical writing with generative AI. I believe this is obviously not your first time of hearing about technical writing. And if it happens to be your first time, you are welcome. But I believe this is obviously not your first time of hearing about technical writing. Now, we have technical writing as a part of technical communications. And whenever we hear the word technical, it means that it has to be with some sort of specialization. So if you are in a field that requires technical knowledge, that means you should do more of technical writing, or you will be involved more with technical writing. And good enough, every one of us in our job roles have one thing about technical writing or the other. Okay, whether you are a secretary, you are an administrative staff, you are a training personnel, you are a consultant, you are a lawyer, you are a medical personnel, we all have one aspect of writing that has to be technical, right? And that's why we have this time today to discuss technical writing. And now, the advent of generative AI is seriously impacting on the way we do things. And that's why, as regards to your own field, in your own field of technical writing, or in your own field as regards to technical writing, we'll be showing you how to use generative AI to develop your reports, develop your writing, and make them much more effective, get them enhanced, and make them professional write-ups too. Okay, so that being said, I want to welcome everyone once again, and this is a great time to be here. So we will have roughly 2 hours in this training encounter today. And then if you have any question, if you have any contribution, please feel free to share in the comment section. In case you've not let us know where you're joining us from, please go ahead and let us know where you're joining us from. And in case you've not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. In case you have not shared the stream with your friends and colleagues, please go ahead, share the stream with your friends and colleagues, and then we move on to the next thing. Okay, so there had been this fear that generative AI or artificial intelligence generally is going to take off people's jobs or replace people's jobs. And I remember in one of our sections on generative AI, applications of generative AI in businesses, I spoke about the fact that it's only dummies that artificial intelligence will take off their jobs, okay? And one of the ways to exemplify who a dummy is someone who sees the trend, who understands the change, or who sees the change but is not willing, is not committed to upskilling and updating his knowledge or her knowledge to remain relevant in the work environment. And that's why in this particular class today, I believe, or in this particular discussion today, I believe everyone here no one here is a dummy, okay? Now, when it comes to the use of artificial intelligence, especially the generative artificial intelligence, the people that have been most threatened, the job roles that have been most threatened are the people that have to deal with content generation. So if you're a secretary, if you write reports, if you write minutes, if you develop marketing reports, marketing strategies for organizations, if you're a consultant, then your work is already at risk. If you're an educationist, if you are in any way associated with anything that has to do with technical aspects of work, I want to announce to you that artificial intelligence is doing its best to make sure that those works that seem technical and complex are simplified now. So one of the things you can do for yourself now is to master the art of technical writing using generative AI. Okay. Now, there had been a whole lot of resistance. Okay. Most professionals have resisted the introduction of artificial intelligence in the workplace today, but you cannot take that out. Okay. One thing you cannot fight is change. You can only put yourself in a position of being in the best space to benefit from that change. Okay, and one of the changes that actually we cannot fight for too long is the changes that the change that come with technology. All right, so we have to be careful and we have to be observant. We have to be quick with upskilling. Okay, now I was reading a report the other day, and the report emphasized that in current times, the skills needed in the workplace, technical skills especially, that the lifespan of any skill now is about 2 to 2.5 years. Now, what this means is that the skills you learned 2 years ago, in the next 2 years, they will become obsolete and you need to upskill. And the other part of the news is that these skills, some of these skills are less than 2 years in their lifespan. So you could be bent on learning something right now, and then in the next 2 years, you find out that, oh, it's no longer relevant. In the next 1 year, you find out that this skill has been outdated, and you need to update your skill. And that's why in technical writing, there are quite a number of things we could have been holding on to. The principles of technical writing could remain the same, but we change the methodologies, okay? We change the methodologies to reflect the current realities of technical writing. And that's why in this program today, we're encouraging you to be open-minded and then to see how you could leverage on the opportunities of technical writing to make sure that you leverage the opportunities of generative artificial intelligence, rather, to make sure that your technical writing is still up to date, and then you still get to have benefits from what you do as a technical writer. Now, that being said, I am going to go to the chat room, and I would like to know how many people, okay, so we have, at the moment, we have 6 people in this class. So please, I would like to know where you're joining us from. So please let me know in the comment section. Can I get to know where you're joining us from? And please feel free to go ahead and share the stream and invite someone to be part of this discussion. Okay, so if you, yeah, I would like to know where you're joining us from. Okay, I would like to know where you're joining us from. And if you have any question at any time, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. I will be right there to pick up your questions, and then we will move on very fast. All right. Now, that being said, now let's get to what we have here. Now, in the learning discussion, or the learning objectives, we would like to, by the end of this section, participants would have been able to grasp the fundamental principles and key elements of technical writing. This is very, so we'll do a reminder. Okay, we'll do a review of technical writing. And then the second thing we'll do is to familiarize ourselves with specific AI tools used in technical writing. And we'll be focusing on ChatGPT, Gemini, and Copilot. And then we should also be able to learn about how generative AI can improve the efficiency and quality of our technical documentation, and then discover strategies and best practices for managing our prompts so that we can have the best results in our technical writing. And then we'll also observe live demonstrations and engage in hands-on activities using these generative AI tools. Okay, so that's more of what we want to do. Does this seem interesting to you? So if it does, feel free, go ahead, share it, and invite someone right now. All right. So I will begin by asking the question of what is technical writing? Okay, what is technical writing? Now, we need to understand the basis of our discussion so that it will help us in moving forward. Okay, it will help us moving forward. Okay, so technical writing is the practice of documenting processes such as software manuals or instructional materials that help users understand and use a product or service. Now, whether it is a software, an app, a product, or a service, technical writing is essentially the practice of documenting processes that helps users understand and use a particular product or service. Now, this is, in simple terms, what technical writing could mean. But if we move forward, we could actually see that technical writing is actually beyond products and services. So technical writing can be said as simplifying the complex. Simplifying, when communications become complex, it impairs understanding. So in technical writing, more of what we want to do is to simplify the complex communications and make them as simple as possible so that the reader, the users can understand what they're all about so that they can use them the most intended way. To put in other words, technical writing involves communicating complex information in a simple way to those who need it to complete tasks. Technical writing is a part of technical communication. All right, so I've established that in the beginning. All right, now what is the purpose of technical writing? What is the purpose of technical writing? Why do we need to indulge in technical writing? The purpose is to convey complex information clearly and concisely to a specific audience in the way they will be able to understand it. Okay, so like I said in the other time, it is about simplifying the complex. Okay, technical writing is simply simplifying complex communication, complex terms within a write-up so that the people it is intended for will be able to understand it and use it effectively. All right? Okay, now moving forward, what are the key elements of technical writing? Now, I want to give us an overview, a base information of what technical writing is all about. Then we will now begin to look at how generative AI, how generative artificial intelligence can be leveraged to make sure that we have the best of the use of these artificial intelligence tools. Now, in the key elements of technical writing, number one, we have clarity. So remember that technical writing, we say, is about simplifying the complex. So no matter how complex the information could have been, technical writing tries to make it as clear as possible, as simple as possible, so that the intended audience can understand the fragments of the information contained in the writing. All right. Now, another one is accuracy. The technical writing need to ensure accuracy. Okay, everyone involved in technical writing must make sure that the information provided in the writing is accurate as of the date and time you're writing. Okay, that particular work. Okay, so being precise and being correct with the information provided is key aspect of technical writing. Now, the other aspect is being concise. You don't want to be verbose in your writing. You don't want to put all information that are not needed. All you want to do is to provide the most important information that are needed in the communication first before you start including other things. So you want to be as concise as possible. It's not about the volumes of what is being written. It's actually about the quality of the information in the volumes that have been written. So it's better to have a one-page document that is concise and gives practical insight on what needs to be done than to have 10 pages of document that cannot, in simple time, explain what the information is all about. So this is very, very important. Okay, this is very, very important. Now, the next one is audience awareness. Any writing that we're doing, there must be an understanding of our target audience. We must have an understanding of our target audience. Okay, now the target audience that you write to will determine the kind of words you use, the tune you write with, the pitch you induce into your write-up, the writing style you use. Okay, so all of that matters. Okay, so your audience awareness is very, very important. Now, if you're going to be writing to an audience of professionals who are maybe experienced professionals, okay, your tone and style of writing will definitely be different from when you're writing to an entry professional who has no experience about a particular job or role he or she is coming into. So the kind of audience you have, the understanding of your audience determines how the tone, the words, the choice of style that you use, the kind of grammar that you use in your writing. So the audience awareness is key in tailoring the write-up or tailoring the communication to meet the needs of the audience, which is very, very important. Okay, which is very, very important. All right, so we keep moving on. Now we have different categories in technical writing. Now, whether you are writing for contracts or you're writing for demonstrations or you're writing for design documents or how-to videos, customer service scripts, instructions, knowledge-based article, policy documents, proposals, strategy, HR documentations, no matter what you're writing, okay, we have different categories. Now, if you're a lawyer, you have maybe you do agreements, deeds of assignment, technical write-ups, like a power of attorney, and then development of your case also. Okay, all these are part of what? Technical writing. If you're a medical doctor, you have your reports to write and all of that. You have medical reports, patient's report, and all of those things. Now, as a medical doctor, there's a kind of report you write to a patient, and then that patient could have complications. The patient could even die. So that's to tell you how important this technical writing is all about. Now, as a contract person or as a consultant, there's a way you put your proposal, you put your presentation, and then you lose out. Not that you are not qualified, but your communication did not convey how qualified you are. And that makes it imperative that we must pay attention. Now, most of us write marketing ads, okay? You write marketing ads, marketing campaigns, and then you begin to wonder, you've spent so much money in trying to publicize your ads. The radio goes with the jingles, the television goes with the shows, and then social media goes with the ads, and Google goes with the ad. But you see that your conversion rate is very poor, and you're wondering, is it that I'm not getting something right? So there is a possibility that in the technical writing that led to that particular campaign script is not enough to compel your audience. Okay, and then we see a whole lot of us, you have your curriculum vitae or your resume, whether you're coming in as an entry staff or an entry employee, or you're seeking for promotion, and then you have submitted your curriculum vitae or your resume or your cover letter, and then you are very sure. Okay, I remember a particular time, someone was going for an interview. He told me that he was very sure that he was going to get this job if there was no partiality in the whole thing. Now, after a while, fortunately, he couldn't get the job. Okay, and I felt for him. Now, when I started looking at the whole situation, it is possible that it's not about partiality. It's possible that in the technical writing documents, the CV, the resume, the arrangement of the documents didn't compel the interviewers to believe convictions that, okay, for the fact that I have my CV, I have my cover letter, I have my business plan, I have my proposal, I have my HR template, I should be the best for this. But that doesn't always result as the case, because your technical communication must have the right parts and patterns for it to deliver to you. So let me know in the comment section, what kind of technical communications do you develop? Okay, what kind of technical communications do you develop? I would like to see in the chat room, what kind of technical communications do you develop? Do you develop communications in marketing, Are you a legal person? Let me know what kind of technical communications do you develop? All right. Thank you so much, Charles, for joining us from Abuja. Thank you so much, Engineer Shuaibu from Lagos. Thank you for joining us. And thank you so much, Dami, for joining us. Okay. So let me see in the chat, in the comment section, what technical which area do you develop technical writing on? Do you develop technical writing on marketing reports, or you do marketing campaigns? Are you a head of department that do technical report to present to the entire house? Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Oluremi Ilusoji, our own mama. You are welcome. Okay, so I would like to know which areas do you develop technical report on? And of course, okay, so Engineer Ahmed does around construction and facility. Okay, construction and facility. So what kind of reports do you develop around construction and facility? Is it to sell? Is it to maintain? Is it to for contracts? Okay, so what areas, okay, do you develop your work on? Okay, now if you have not yet let us know where you're joining us from, please feel free. Feel free to let us know where you're joining us from. Okay, feel free to let us know where you're joining us from. We'll be glad to have that. Okay, we'll be glad to have that. And of course, if you've not liked this particular stream, go ahead, like the stream, go ahead and subscribe and share. Okay, share this particular stream and invite as many as possible. Okay, so Charles writes on monitoring and evaluation. This is good. So Charles writes on monitoring and evaluation. Charles writes on monitoring and evaluation. That's good. Okay, so I would like to know, all of us, where do we write on? Okay, so Engineer Ahmed writes on contract, building, design, maintaining, and sale. All right, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. All right, thank you so much. Now, one more time, in case you've not subscribed to this channel, or you've not liked the stream and shared the stream, go ahead, like, share. Okay, and of course, for all of the IPM members here, you're welcome. And we can still go back to the group and inform the people that this training is up and running. Now, we have people that do policy documents. We have consultants that do policy documents, people like us that are in the management consulting field. We do a lot of policy documents. We have those that do strategy documents. Okay, so wherever you find yourself, the generative artificial intelligence can actually help you get better, okay, in what you do. Of course, we understand that technical writing, you can actually build on it as a professional. You can build on your technical writing as a professional, all right? You can master it and then help organizations develop technical reports. It could be technical reports around memorandum of association, service level agreements, customer service policies, HR policy. There are several things you can do around those areas. Okay, then we'll have those of us that are in the engineering field. You do things around designing, maintenance, and all of that. So we have a whole lot. Now we have those of us in the social media, those that do marketing right now. So let me say social media marketing or digital marketing, you have a whole lot to do. So you have those that do demonstration videos or how-to videos, and then you have those that do marketing campaigns, marketing ads, marketing strategies, and all of that. You need good knowledge of technical writing, especially in this time, to be able to do just that. Okay, all right. Now, for the members of IPM that are here who will want to have a certificate of attendance for this program, please make sure you stay to the end of this program, and then you will get the attendance link, which you will fill, and then we'll be able to produce your certificates for you. That's for all of the IPM members that are here. So if you wish to have a certificate of attendance in this program, which is provided for free for all IPM members, please make sure you stay to the end of the program, and then make sure you fill the attendance form so that we can get your certificate along across to you. All right, now let's quickly look at categories in technical writing, or what is the life cycle? What is the life cycle of a technical writing? Number one, there has to be identification of needs, audience, and the scope of what needs to be written on. Identification of needs. Yes. I spoke about audience awareness, okay? So every audience or any audience you want to write to, one of the things you are addressing is their needs, okay? In fact, that's just the thing you're addressing. Every other thing around that is just you trying to put some icing on the cake, but you have identified a need. For instance, in this presentation today, the target is to help you improve on your technical writing using generative AI. That's the need. If I speak about any other thing today that does not address this need, then I'm not doing technical writing. Okay, I'm doing something else. And somebody could actually say, okay, this is not actually what I came here for. Now, if I come to this class and then I begin to talk about customer service and it has nothing to do with technical writing, I begin to talk about, maybe I begin to talk about emotional intelligence and it has nothing to do with artificial intelligence and technical writing, somebody could feel like, okay, this is not for me. Okay, I can find something else to do for this moment, right? So we need to understand the needs of the audience and then know the scope, the boundaries of the writing. Okay, like I said earlier, when you know your audience, okay, when you're able to ascertain your audience, their characteristics, their needs, their pain points, and all of that, then you will be able to know the kind of words, the kind of writing style or communication style that you will use in getting to them. And of course, when we talk about technical writing, it doesn't actually stop at just developing the content. It also goes as long as distribution or delivery of the content. So for some of us in consulting, our delivery might be presentation as I'm doing right now. So presentation to someone like me that is into consulting, presentation is part of my work, of my technical writing abilities. So the next one is for you to plan. Plan the development of your content. Plan the delivery. Plan the evaluation. Plan everything that needs to be planned. Okay, plan everything that needs to be planned. All right, now do your research and then your content development. Okay, do your research and then develop your content. Now, there is this challenge at the moment, and I think that's one of the ethical concerns around artificial intelligence. Now, most of the artificial intelligence to give you content that are novel, content that are completely new, okay, believed to be completely new. So we are now approaching that era where research is getting difficult because people could just put certain keywords in artificial intelligence tools and then generate content completely new. But as a content developer or as a technical developer, you must understand the place of research. Okay, you must understand the place of research. And of course, maybe in some other presentations, we'll discuss on how to use generative artificial intelligence for research. Okay, so that will also help us. All right. So when you research, you've gathered your research document, you've gone through them, and you've been able to sip the content of what you want to use for your development, then you can go ahead and develop your content. And then the next one is for you to test and review and then revise. Test, review, and revise. Test, review, and revise. So test the content that you have developed. Test the content you've developed. For us in consulting, most of them, when we develop content, you have to take it through someone is an expert or a subject matter expert, or someone who has more knowledge in that particular field to help you go through your documentation. Over and over again, I say this: when you are working on a document, don't assume that you know it all. When you develop a document, always try as much as you can to have it reviewed. To have it what? Reviewed. Get a fellow professional, another expert, to help you review the content of what you're doing. Sometimes we get to see omissions. So where you're supposed to put is, you omitted it, and then you wrote something else. Where you're supposed to put words, you omitted it. So we see omission in words, and then we'll also see issues of alignment. So there is what we call sequence in technical writing. When you are writing technically, there must be sequence, and your sequence must be in alignment. There must be a flow. Okay, your sequence must have a flow, and that flow must be to the point that it carries the audience along. Now, if I had come to this class and all I want to do is to jump right into the use of artificial intelligence for technical writing, many people might need to be reminded of what technical writing is all about. I believe there is no one in this class that has not been involved in one form of technical writing or the other, but we might not have been aware that what we're doing is technical writing. So someone needs to be reminded, someone needs to be introduced to the concept of technical writing. And then when the person is aware, oh, okay, so I didn't even know what I was doing was technical writing, then you can then introduce the tools that will help him make his or her work better. I trust you understand what I'm saying. So in the process of development of those content, with the intention of meeting the needs of your audience, there need to be a process of testing and review and revision. All right, then you have your delivery and production. After your content has been checked for quality, okay, and it has been ascertained that it will meet the needs of the audience, then you can go ahead and deliver it. Now, some of the delivery could be in form of typing and printing. Some of the delivery could be in form of presentation. Some of the delivery could be in form of music, turning those musical scripts to music. Some of them could be in form of acting. Some of them could be in form of campaigns, marketing campaigns, and all of that. So whatever be your own delivery method, go ahead and deliver or produce. Then evaluate and get feedback. You'll want to always keep a tab on the data, on the impact of your work. This is very, very important. It's very, very important. I've seen quite a number of people that no matter how difficult a contract could be, if you can get them to write the contract proposal for you, you're almost 90% sure you will get that contract. There are those that if they go to present or defend your contract paper for you, your contract proposals for you, okay, you are sure as almost 99% confident that they will get this. It's just like in Nigeria now, when you have people like, is it Falano to deal with your case, okay, San Falano, it's like you're confident that he will win that case, all right? But it took a whole lot of time to come to that point. Okay, it took a whole lot of time to come to that point. However, more of the thing that made these distinctions in this category of people is the evaluation. And they've been able to use the evaluation report, the data from the evaluation report to improve on themselves. All right, this is very, very important. Now you have the other side of this position, that's revision, archiving, and destroying where need be. Okay, so for every document that you have, make sure that you have an archive of it. The ones that need to be revised, you revise them. The ones that need to be destroyed, you destroy them. Okay, now I want to see in the comment section which of these categories, which of the phases in this whole process are you so much used to as a technical writer? Which one are you used to? In the phases that have been listed, which one are you most used to? Is it identification of needs? Is it planning? Is it research and content development? Which one are you most used to? I want to see in the chat room, which one are you most used to? Okay, so I can see from Dr. Luremi, she does more of agricultural extension, communication, and then from Nabot, okay, Nabot is from Makerere University, Kampala. All right, so let me know which of these phases are you most used to in your communication. I want to see that in the chat room. Let's go ahead and put it there. Okay, let me see the ones you're very much used to. One more time, in case you've not shared the stream. We're about 10 of us in this class. Okay, so Engineer Shaibu said all of them. We're about 10 of us in this class, but there's only one person that has liked the stream. So does it mean that what we're saying does not make sense? So we want to know if what we are saying makes sense to you. If you've not liked the stream, go ahead, like the stream, go ahead, share the stream, and then we will continue. So which of these phases are you most used to? All right. Now, the importance of technical writing, okay, the importance of technical writing, the importance of technical writing. Number one is that it improves usability. It improves usability of the product, usability of the service that you are given. Then next one is that it enhances communication. Okay, it enhances communication, so it eliminates bias. Try to be sure, did I understand, did I not understand? It eliminates that bias. And then you have supports compliance. Okay, technical writing also supports compliance, because as a technical writer or as a technical person in writing, then you must have understood what compliance requirements are for you and your organization. Okay, then another thing is that it reduces errors. Okay, it does its best to reduce errors. Now, what are the skills required for technical writing? What are the skills required for technical writing? Number one, writing proficiency, a strong command of language and grammar. Okay, this is very, very important. This is very, very important. Okay, so one of the things I will encourage us is to make sure that we pay attention to consistently improving on our grammar and use of language, especially the English language, okay, because that's like the official communication in most part of the world. Okay, this is very, very important. Now, why the artificial intelligence tool will help you come up with good grammar, good language and all of that when you're writing. You're the one yet that will give you the kind of prompt, the kind of provide the context for which it will develop the information for you. So you need to be good in what you're writing, so that the tool, the generative AI tool, don't get confused. All right. The next thing is your technical knowledge. Technical knowledge. Now, irrespective of the fact that the generative AI tool will help you develop the report or the writing that you want to put up, you must also have a good understanding of or have good knowledge of the technical aspect of that write-up. Now, if I want to write about a product, say I want to write about the use of YouTube for lecturing, or the use of YouTube for facilitation of courses, and I don't know how the principle works, okay, and I just ask the generative AI to go ahead and to develop it, but there's a possibility of an error, okay? So your knowledge of that concept, or the knowledge, the technical knowledge you have in that particular field, is what you will use to revise and review what has been written by the generative AI tool. So this is very, very important. Okay. Irrespective of the fact that the generative AI tool will produce something similarly good, I said something in our last class around artificial intelligence. One of the characteristics of this artificial intelligence tool is that they learn from the information you give them. Now, the more you have frequent use of them, the more they learn, they get feedback from what you want. And then they begin to improve on their writing to you, or their content generation to you. But if for the first time, maybe you ask them, I need you to develop a budget. Let's take, for instance, develop a budget for 3-bedroom flat in maybe for Kubwa in Abuja. Let's take, for instance, develop the budget or bill of quantity for a 3-bedroom flat in Kubwa, Abuja. Now, the system that you're writing from might not even know what Abuja is, might not know what Kubwa is. So it will definitely generate something for you, but by the time you look at it critically, it will tell you, you'll get to know that, oh, something is missing. Now, for you to help it improve on the writing, you now have to provide your technical knowledge. Now, remember, it might not even be aware, the generative AI tool might not be aware of the price of materials in the market. Okay, and then it might not even be aware of the kind of currency you want to use. And then it might not be aware of the kind of methodology you want to use. So just giving it that instruction, it will develop something for you. But with your technical expertise, okay, you can then go ahead. That's okay. Okay, so it might tell you you need 10 bags of 50 kg cement to be able to do that work. But it doesn't know how much a price of bag of cement is. especially in that axis of Kubwa. So you now have to be the one to take the responsibility as, okay, a bag of cement in Kubwa is 15,000 naira. So calculate the bill of quantity for cement with this price. It will calculate then for you the price of 16 mm rod is this in Kubwa. It can tell you the quantity, but it might not tell you the actual price. And then it might even tell you the quantity, but because of the kind of the landscape, the nature of the environment might even be more than might require more than the resources. So you have to provide the context. All of these are technical. Or maybe you want to develop a policy document for an association, and then you ask it to develop a policy document for an association. It will definitely develop a policy document for association, but it doesn't know who this association is. So you are the one that will provide the background as, okay, the name of this association is so. The goals and objectives, their vision, their mission is so. For every refinement you make in the prompt through your technical knowledge, it will get a better output for you. If you are getting what I'm saying, just type yes in the comment section. If you get what I'm saying, I need to type yes in the comment section. If you're getting what I'm saying, I need to type yes in the comment section. If you are getting what I'm saying, just type yes in the comment section. So inevitably, your technical knowledge is a key aspect, of your reporting or your development. Okay. Now, another aspect there is your research skills. Yeah, this is another important aspect. So it goes on right for you, the bill of quantity for the construction of 3-bedroom flat in Kubwa in Abuja. All right, that's good. But you have to be the one to do the research of how much is the price of the materials, and then you can feed it into the tool. Now, you can actually ask the tool and say, save this data for future interaction. So when you come back, even if it's in the next 1 year, and you ask it, what is the price of cement? Okay, it will tell you, it will go back and fetch the information you gave it some times ago and tell you this is the price of cement. Okay, so those research are important. So your ability to gather and verify information, that's what we refer to as the research skills. And then you have attention to detail, ensuring precision and correctness. Then you have design skills. Design skills doesn't only have to do with engineering. Every one of us need to learn design skills. Basic knowledge of layout and design for creating visually appealing documents. Okay, so the design skills is not only for engineers, it's not only for architects, it's not only for surveyors, it's not only for builders. If you have anything to do with technical writing, then designing should be an aspect of what you do. Okay, it could be designing the layout of how your work would be. It could be designing the process flow for an operation. It could be designing the flow chart for your marketing, the process flow chart for your marketing. It could be designing the process flow for your operations. But there must be knowledge, good knowledge of design skills and designing. Okay, now let me quickly. Let's look at tools used in technical writing. Now, if we talked about technical writing, the most impressive tools we looked at, like word processors, we looked at Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Those were the ones we looked at most often. Now we have the Google Docs, and we have a whole lot of other processing tools. And most word processing tools, and most often, when we talk about these processing tools, all right, we get to stop at just word processing tools. Word, Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. There are far more tools today, okay, that if you don't want to use Microsoft Word, you can use 1,000 others. And even some of that are much more appealing. They will give you much more appealing results than Microsoft Word or Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, today you can use Canva for your processing of words. You can use Adobe tools. You can use several of them, WPS. Okay, several of them you can use. Then for your documentation style, today you have your MATLAB Flay, your Adobe FrameMaker, and all of that. Now for your diagramming tools, which is very, very important. because I say the designing is a key aspect of what you must do. Your write-up must be appealing enough. So how do you come up with designs? You can look up things like the Microsoft Visual, which we are not most often with, but is a simple tool we can all use, so you can learn it. And then you have the Lucid chat. So you could visit lucid.app, and then from there you could generate all manner of graphs, all manner of charts, all manner of that process flow diagrams or flow charts completely. Any kind of visualization that you want to have, you can have that using the Lucid chart. Okay, and there are quite a number of others, okay, that you can use. You have the Venn gauge, okay, and several others. Okay, you even have the Canva, all right? Then you have your version control. One of the issues with technical writing is that we don't pay attention to version control. So you could have version control. So you could use things like JIT and SVN for your version control. So anytime you update the document or update your report, it creates another version. So maybe version 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 2.0. So it shows you how you have progressed. Okay, then you have your collaboration tools like Slack and Confluence. Now, including Canva, you can use Canva as your collaboration tool. And then with what is happening today, that we'll talk about cloud systems, cloud computing, okay, which has become so paramount now. Okay, if your organization is not yet using cloud computing, something is missing. If you as a person, you're not using cloud computing, something is missing, all right? Now, it still surprises me when I see some people's computers, I see 2007, Microsoft 2007. It's actually shocking, all right? So in this era that Microsoft don't even talk about whether it is 2010 or 2020 or 2025, but more of what they've done is to provide cloud-based tools. So you have the Microsoft 365 that you can also use for collaboration. Okay, and one thing I love about the Microsoft 365 is that it keeps you updated with the recent version. So you don't even need to bother. Are you using 2005? Are you using 2020? It doesn't concern you. You only know that for every time there is a new version, you get to have that updated automatically. And it makes you much more productive, okay, much more effective and efficient in your development of technical write-ups. All right, okay. Now let me move a bit faster. Now, what's the future of technical writing? Now, this is where we've come. Okay, the future is where we are right now, and the future is the use of artificial intelligence. And the future is not tomorrow. The future of technical writing has come already, and that is the use of artificial intelligence. Okay, and we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, we have Copilot, and a whole lot of others. All right. Then we also have emphasis on multimedia. We are trying our best to reduce more of text, but do more of visual, do more of media. So you see, people use videos, people use diagrams to communicate. Okay, and that makes communication easier, because like I keep saying, we are now in a data-driven world, and just the way the computer has been made to have higher processors, the human mind, as it were now, has a higher processing capacity. So it wants to just look at the picture and okay, this is just it in a glance. All right. So what could be written in 50 pages can be portrayed in just one multimedia of either a video or designs. Okay, just one page or 1 minute, 50 pages could have been dealt with. Okay, so this is very, very important. And then we'll look at the issue of globalization, adapting content for international audience with translation and localization. We already see this also come into play. So you can use some of these AI tools, and then you get to see that you can write one content, and then you see it, you can translate it into multiple languages. So I can write a book, okay, right now, and then feel like, okay, this book could sell in Brazil, this book should sell in India, this book should sell in. So what I need to do is to ask whichever tool I'm using, I say translate the content of the book. I will just give it the content of the book, and it will translate it to the languages. So if I want it translated in 5 languages. I go ahead and translate it in 5 languages. And what has this done? This has also improved my reach and also improved my ability to earn beyond my local environment. So these are very, very important things to talk about. Now, the next we will look at is now coming to the main issue of discussion, which is leveraging generative AI in technical writing. But before I proceed, I would like to know, do I have any question? Please, if I have any question, I would like to have that in the chat room. If you have any question for me, please feel free to put that in the chat room. If you have any question, if you have any comment, put that in the chat room and I will pick it up immediately. Is there any area you need clarity on? Is there any area you don't get absolutely? Please feel free to drop that in the chat room. And please, if you've not liked the stream, go ahead and like the stream. If you've not shared it, go ahead and share it. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, feel free to subscribe. There is no fee attached to subscribing, right? Okay, so you subscribe for free. All right. The essence of subscribing to the channel is when we are up with the programs, you get to see the notification and then you can join. All right. So if there's any question, if there's any comment, if there's any concern, please feel free and let us know. And if our coordinator is still here, please, coordinator, feel free to go back and reshare the information in our WhatsApp groups so that people can join in the program. Questions, comments, feel free to put that in the chat room and then I will take that up very quickly. Now, generative AI tools in technical writing. Few weeks ago that we had our discussion on generative AI, we said that generative AI is an AI system capable of generating text, images, or other contents based on the data imputed into it. And the key tools that we've been looking at, we have the ChatGPT, the Gemini, and the Copilot, the ChatGPT, the Gemini, and the Copilot. Now, the applications of generative AI in technical writing include, but not limited to, content generation, content refinement, and content optimization. So I have generation, refinement, and optimization of content. These are the key applications. Not limited to this, but these are the key applications. So you can use them to generate new content. You can use them to refine an existing content, and you can use them to optimize existing contents or generated contents. All right. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of using generative AI for your technical writing? There is efficiency. Okay. It makes it faster for you to develop documents or create and edit document. And then there is consistency. So you don't need to bother so much about the alignment and flow. But this not bothering is also going to be a function of your technical knowledge in feeding it with the right context and frame for which is going to develop your content for you. All right. Then you also have innovation. There is enhanced creativity and problem-solving capabilities when you have to use this in your technical writing. All right. All right. What are the key features of generative AI tools? There is natural language processing. So they develop content in human-like form. All right. They develop content in human-like form. Then there is machine learning. They learn what the feedback you give to them over time. They learn it and then they try to refine for you based, or they develop content based on their interaction and what they've learned with you over time. And that's why when you create an account on any of these platforms, you're not only generating content from them, you're also helping them to learn. And of course, helping them to adapt their content generation to you. All right, helping them generate their content, adapt their content generation to you and to your needs. So they try as much as possible to be specific to meeting your needs. All right. Now, integration, seamlessly integrate with existing writing tools and workflows. So you can integrate them with your Microsoft Word, your Microsoft 365, your Canva, or any other thing you're using, your Excel, your PowerPoint. You can easily get to do those things. All right, get to do those things. Now, quickly, examples of generative AI tools. You have the ChatGPT for conversational AI for generating and refining text, and then you have your Gemini for technical documentation and user manuals, and then you have your Copilot for assisting you in your coding or technical writing. Now, each of these tools have their own areas of expertise. Okay, if you want to write a book, for instance, you want to develop policies, you want to develop customer service policies and all of that. So ChatGPT is best for you. Now, if you want to develop things like user manual, product manual, software manual, machine manual, all of that. So you can use a Gemini. You can use the Gemini. Now, if you want to write codes, programming codes, machine learning codes, and all any kind of programming code at all, or technical writing in terms of IT, then you can use the Copilot. All right. Okay. Now, quickly, now that we've established the benefits of generative AI in our technical writing, how do we enhance the technical writing efficiency and quality with generative AI? For us to improve the efficiency, okay, how does this help us? Number one, it helps us with automated content generation. So it makes it easier for us to quickly create initial drafts of our documentation, which then is subject to review. So it saves time on repetitive writing tasks and the likes. Number two is that it provides a rapid editing and revision. So you could copy a 100-page document. You could copy a 200-page document. You could copy a 50-page document and put it on these tools, any of the ones based on what you're dealing with. And in a space of seconds, it summarizes everything for you. Everything for you. So it makes editing and revisions very quick and rapid. And then it also streamlines what you're writing to meet the audience. Okay. Then another one is the template creation and use. So you can use generative AI tools to also generate templates. For those of us in HR, marketing, product developers, project managers, that we do with a whole lot of templates, especially maybe KPI templates, recruitment templates, and every other template you want to think about, okay? Evaluation templates, you can use these tools to generate them and then make it easier for yourself. For enhancement of the quality of this product, of your technical write-up, you will find that the generative AI tool helps you to maintain accuracy and consistency. Okay, so it tries to maintain uniform terminology and style, reduces errors with AI-powered proofreading. And then there is also clarity and readability. It optimizes your text for clear communication, tailor content to the audience's reading level. And then there is comprehensive coverage in your writing to ensure all necessary topics are covered, and then use AI to identify and fill in content gaps. All of these are benefits that you get to see. Now, what are the best practices? What are the best practices that we get to see in all of this? The best practices, number one, iterative improvement. Continuously refine documents using AI insights, regularly update content, keep it current. Now, when you are giving information to an AI content, you're giving data to AI content to generate certain information for you, you have to be iterative. So let's assume you want to say technical, for it to give you information about technical writing with generative AI. So you have to, first of all, request for the curriculum of what you want to learn, okay? Basic objectives, and then begin to pick the objectives one after the other. Now, if it develops any content and then it doesn't put you in the right context, you can provide the context and ask it to write in the context of what you are requesting for. I'm going to give examples very quickly, okay, and so that we can have good understanding of what we're dealing with. And if you have any specific example or something, any technical kind of writing you want us to develop in this class, by the end of this class, please feel free to put that in the comment section. If you have any particular technical writing you want us to develop, please feel free to put that in the comment section, and then we can use that as an example by the time we are done. Okay, so we have used 1 hour of our time, and I would like us to go just on a few minutes break. I would like us to go on a few minutes break. Please don't go anywhere. Rather, I will encourage you to I will encourage you to, in case you joined late, you can just go back and watch from the beginning. All right. Watch from what? Watch from the beginning. All right. So I'm going to give us a break, a 10 minutes break. Okay, I'll give us a 5 minutes break. Okay, 5 minutes break. And then when we come back, we will continue with our discussion. But meanwhile, if you have anything you want us to write about, you can just let me know in the comment section. Okay, if there's anything you want me particularly to write about, so we'll deal with that in the comment section. So we're going to take a 5 minutes break, just 5 minutes. And then when we come back, we will continue. I will be in the chat room. I'll be in the chat room waiting for, or I'll be in the comment section waiting for your questions, contributions to this particular discussion. Okay. All right. So see you in 5 minutes. See you in 5 minutes. Please make sure you are still on board. All right. So see you in 5 minutes. Hey, so we are back. Thank you so much for still tuning in and still being here with us. I trust you enjoyed your break. So quickly now, let's look at managing prompts for enhanced and efficient technical writing. Managing prompts for enhanced and... Okay, so we are back. Thank you so much. Managing prompts for enhanced and efficient technical writing. Managing prompts for enhanced and efficient technical writing. So we've seen quite a lot from all of the things we'll be discussing, how important the generative AI is in assisting us in writing. Okay, please, I would like to confirm that you can hear me loud and clear. Please kindly confirm that you can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly confirm by writing yes in the chat room. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly confirm by typing yes in the chat room. And of course, some of us have gone on break too. So let's go ahead and share the stream again. Let's go ahead and invite them once again. Let's reshare the stream again. Tell them that class has restarted. The 5 minutes is over. All right. Okay. So please kindly confirm that you can hear me loud and clear by typing 1 word in the chat room. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly confirm by typing 1 word in the chat room. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly confirm by typing 1 word in the chat room. Okay. I would like to confirm that I'm being heard before I proceed. So kindly help me confirm that you can hear me loud and clear. If you're back, thank you so much if you can hear me loud and clear, please go ahead and confirm by typing 1 word in the chat room. Okay. All right. Now, what are prompts? What are prompts? And why should we be concerned with prompts when dealing with generative artificial intelligence? This is an important question. What are prompts and why should we be concerned with prompts when dealing with generative artificial intelligence? Now, prompts are specific instructions or queries given to AI tools to generate or refine content. The purpose is to guide AI to produce relevant, high-quality output tailored to specific needs. So this is why we need prompts. And then that means that we have to pay attention in the kind of prompts we put in. Now, we have different types of prompts. We have the content generation prompts, example, like create a user manual for new software application, or something like edit and refine prompts, example, improve the readability of this paragraph. And then you have formatting prompts, like, for example, format this document to meet our company's style and guidance. Of course, you would have given it, you have provided the context of your company's style so that it will follow that style in formatting the particular content you fed it with. Okay, then what are the best practices for effective prompt management? Number 1, clarity and precision. Like I said earlier, try as much as you can to be clear in the things you're writing and try not to be ambiguous. Don't make it to the point that the AI will get confused and start generating data that is not relevant to what you are asking for. All right. Then the number 2 is contextual information. Provide the background. Okay, provide the background, provide the format, provide the method, a style for which it is going to generate your content for you. Okay, if you want a humorous document, just say you want a humorous document. If you want a professional document, just give it the background. Okay, give it a context and it's going to work with your context. If you have a particular style of writing, maybe you're writing a book and you want to reference it, you could tell it to use a particular reference style, whether it's the MLA style or the APA style, you just have to tell it, okay, use this style for this book, and it's going to develop your content according to the format or the context you've provided. Now, the next one is iterative refinement. Okay, so I've said it over and over again. Your content is to be refined. Okay, your content is to be refined. So you use iterative mechanisms to refine your content and get it to be what you want it to be. All right. Then you have use of templates. So where it is possible, create reusable prompts templates for common things that you do, common tasks that you do. Okay, so if you have reusable templates, it therefore means you can just copy and paste, and then it will produce what you need. Of course, remember that this generative AI tool is learning alongside as you are giving it information. All right. Okay. So one more time, some people are still on break. Let's go ahead, reshare the stream and invite them back to class. Some of us are still on break. So let's go ahead, reshare the stream and let them get back to the class. Okay, let them get back to the class. All right. Now, examples of effective prompt, example for content development. Look at this prompt. Write a step-by-step guide on how to install and configure the new software update. You have to provide the background of what the software is all about, and then it's going to give you information. For content improvement, edit this section to enhance clarity and ensure technical accuracy. Now, this is going to be on the premise of the fact that you have a content already, and you're going to give it the content. It's going to refine and make sure it meets up with this particular context you've provided. Then also for audience-specific adjustment, adapt this technical document for a non-technical audience. Okay, so let's assume you are an engineer, construction engineer, you're speaking to non-construction persons, and you have a document already that actually would have spoken to the audience of professionals in the line of construction engineers. So you can ask the tool to say, okay, adapt this technical document for non-technical audience. Okay, now if you need to provide more information about this audience, you can go ahead and provide the information, and then it will give you the updated version that you can use for non-technical audience. So these are some of the prompts you can use. Now, apart from the prompt libraries that you can use, or the prompt templates, rather, you can also use things like the prompt libraries. You can create and maintain effective prompt for different writing tasks. Okay, you can share the prompt libraries with your team so as to ensure consistency of use. Okay, so if you want to have library for your email generation, just make sure that your team has what your library of image generation is all about. So if they want to generate email for sales, they know what prompt to copy. If they want to generate email for follow-up, they know what prompts to copy. If they want to generate email for awareness, they know what prompts to copy. If they want to generate email for campaign, they know what prompts to copy. So when you generate, when you have a library of prompts, it makes it easier for your team to flow alongside. Okay, then you have AI feedback integration. Use AI feedback integration to refine and improve prompts over time. Learn from previous interactions to enhance future prompt quality. This is very, very important. Benefit of efficient prompt management. It saves time, it improves your quality, and then there is scalability in the work that you do. Okay, you can easily scale your technical writing efforts with reusable prompts, either the ones you have as templates or the ones you have in your libraries. And then you can be able to maintain high standards across multiple documents. Now, quickly, we'll have to do some sort of demonstrations to show what we are doing. Okay, so I requested if you have any particular document you want us to develop. I wanted you to give me an example. I did not see any example in the chat room. Okay, can I see any example of any particular document you will want us to discuss or to develop? Okay, you have any particular document? So we'll deal with that very, very quickly. So I'm going to open these three documents or these three platforms. I'm going to open ChatGPT. I'm going to open Copilot. I'm going to open Copilot. Okay, and I'm going to open Gemini. I'm going to open all three. Okay, so I'm going to use the examples that we have here. The examples that we have on the screen. I'm still looking at the chat room if there is any example anyone wants us to deal with. If there is any particular example you would like us to deal with, please feel free and let me know in the comment section. Okay, let me know in the comment section. Just drop it in the YouTube comment section, and then we'll pick it up from there. Okay. Okay. Now, if you have any question, if you have any comment, please feel free to let me know. Any question, any comment, feel free to let me know. Any question, any comment, please feel free to let me know. If you have questions, comments, let me know. Questions, comments, let me know. Okay, so since I'm not getting any feedback from the chat room or from the comment section, I think I can just use. So let me go back to Engineer Shuaibu's work contract. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to develop a contract document, service level agreement for a software development. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it develop for me a service level agreement for an app. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. This is the screen on ChatGPT's portal. This is ChatGPT. So I'm currently on the I'm not logged in. Okay, I'm not logged into it. So I'm just going to use this particular space and I'm going to write. And I'm going to ask it and say, give me, so what example do we want to use? The example we want to use a product user manual. Okay, so example of that could be service level agreement. So I'm going to ask it to develop a service level agreement for me. So develop a service level agreement for, okay, so I'm going to call it Q app marketing software for my clients. Okay, so I want you to give me feedback that this service level agreement is for Q app marketing software. So the name of this software is Q app. All right. So I've given it an instruction, develop a service level agreement. I've created a context, Q app marketing software. Okay, and I've also given it a direction for my clients. So if I put this in, it's going to generate service level agreement for me, and then it's now left for me to now either accept or reject what it is dropping for me. Okay, so now it gives service level agreement for Q app marketing software. So now it gave the name, right? It gave the name for this app. Now, if I had said develop service level agreement for a marketing software app, it's just going to stop there. It's not going to give it a name. So now it said introduction. This service level agreement outlines the expected service levels provided by Q app marketing service software referred to as Q app. We or our to our clients referred to as clients or you. This service level agreement is an integral part of the agreement between Q app and the client for the use of the Q app marketing software. So this is more like a policy document, right? So if you look at it, did not say who owns the Q app. So let's assume I want to refine it and I say Q app. I'm going to give you the information. Q app is owned by what name should we give it? So let's say Q app is owned by Exquisite Technologies Limited. Okay, so I'm going to give you this information. Now look at the refinement that will come. Developing the second version. Now it says the service level agreement outlines the service levels provided by Q app marketing software owned by Exquisite Technologies Limited. Okay. Now it says referred to as Q app, we, our, or Exquisite Technologies Limited. This Q app is an integral part of agreement between Exquisite Technologies Limited and the client, referred to as the client, for the purpose of using the Q app marketing software. So now I created a background and then it gave this. Now, let me say include that this, or perhaps let me say refine this according, I'm writing from Nigeria, so refine this according to the Data Protection Act of the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I'm writing from Nigeria, and then I want my app, my service level agreement, to be bounded by a law. All right. So I'm giving it a background. I say refine this according to the Data Protection Act of the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I'm going to feed this in. But before I feed this in, let's see if it ever mentioned anything about law in this whole write-up. So from what we can see here, it did not bring about any form of compliance matters or the likes. Okay, it didn't bring about any form of compliance matters or the likes. Now, if you also notice, it gave contact information. Okay, it gave contact information. So somehow it's like there is a particular app actually called the Q app. Okay, so it brought the information of the Q app. So if this is not what I want, I can feed it with the information that I need. So there is no place it talked about compliance here. So I am going to say review this according to DICS, and then you will see what will happen. It will review it according to the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that is the Data Protection Act. Okay. So it keeps refining DICS till it gives me, if you can hear me loud and clear, please can you say review this according to DICS, and then you will see what will happen. All right. So you can see from the discussion now that if you go down, where you get, okay, so now you can see data protection and security, compliance, data handling, data security, data breach notification. So now it's going to be based on the information of the Data Protection Act according to Federal Republic of Nigeria, which is an open information that it can sort out and give me. All right. Now, if there is any other thing I want, I will just go ahead and ask it exactly. Now, let's assume I now want to say, okay, make a presentation, turn this into a presentation. Okay, so turn this into a presentation. So let's see how it will translate this into a presentation. Okay. So now it turns it into a presentation, and then it's giving me slide suggestion. Your slide 1 should have the slide level agreement SLA. The title should be Q App Marketing Software by DICS, and then the date and the logo should be in slide 1. And then slide 2, the content, the title should be introduction, and then the content as SLA outlines, it gives me what I need to put there. So I have little or no much assignment, but to make sure that whatever thing is giving me is in line with what I want to present. Okay. So it gives me slide 3, the purpose, slide 4, service scope, slide 5, service availability, slide 6, support service 6, slide 7, software update, slide 8, okay, slide 7, yeah. Slide 8, data protection and security. Slide 9, client relations responsibilities. Slide 10, SLA review and amendments. Slide 11, termination. Slide 12, dispute resolution. Contact. Slide 13, contact information. Slide 14, acceptance. 15, questions. And then it goes further to suggest how you can use visuals to improve what you're doing. Okay, so this is just a typical example of service level agreement. Okay, and with what if you are an engineer, or if you are a legal person that is into tech and you develop service level agreement for organizations that are into software and all of that, then this is already a template. Now, if there is something missing, you have to check very well and be sure that the content is exactly what you want. Okay, if there is something missing, you can include that as part of the framework for which you are writing. Okay, for which you are what? You are writing. Okay, all right. So let us take another example. Let's take another example. Now, what I do is if I have anything to do, I'm going to take another example. But what I normally do is if I have to generate a new content completely, I open to a new chat or I open to a new window. So I get something completely different. Okay, so what can I work on? I'm not getting any feedback. Like if you want me to deal with something specifically, okay, if you want me to deal with something specifically, I'm not getting that information. And that would have been a very good one so that I know exactly the areas that you could have concise or interest in. So we'll develop it exactly what you want, and that could be a good one. Okay, so let's work on something around, let's assume, where's my content? Let me go back. Now, let me ask this to develop a customer survey template for me. Okay, so I want to get customer survey template. All right, I want to have a customer survey template. Let's assume we don't have it in the organization, and then we want this to develop a customer survey template. And the objective is to improve the performance of what we do as an organization. So I'm going to ChatGPT for a case, or perhaps let me go to Gemini. I've used ChatGPT before. So let me go to Gemini. I'll go to Gemini and try to work with Gemini. All right. So please follow me carefully. We are just a few minutes to getting done. So I'm going to use Gemini. Okay, I trust you can see my screen. Now I'm going to say, Gemini, develop a customer survey template intended to improve service excellence and performance. Okay, so develop a customer survey template intended to improve service excellence and performance. So I'm going to ask it this way. Now, this is Gemini. Now, Gemini does a little differently from what do you call it? It does a little differently from ChatGPT. Now, see what it gave me. It gave me the title, customer survey, customer service excellence survey. Thank you for your business. Now, this is a template. It's giving me the actual template. Now, this is what I'm supposed to have there. Thank you for your business. Your feedback is important to us as we strive to continuously improve our service. Please take a few minutes to answer the following questions about your recent experience. Now, it gave the general satisfaction, very satisfied. It gave the parameters and all of that. Now, it's a service representative performance. Please rate using a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being strongly disagree and 5 being strongly agree. Rate these following parameters. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm going to rate them. Okay. Specific feedback. Please answer the following open-minded questions. What did you appreciate about? So now it has given us a template. It has given us a template, right? It has given us a template. This is beautiful. All right. This is beautiful. Now, look at what I'm going to do. I trust you're still with me. I want to transform this template into a table. Okay, I want to transform this template into a table so that I can easily understand everything it's saying. So I'm going to say transform this template into a table. And let's see whether it has the capacity to generate a table. Okay. Okay, so now it had given us a table, and in the table it said column 1, column 2, column 3. Okay, so this is the table it gives us. And now it also has the option of us exporting this to Google Sheets, all right? So we can have an Excel form of it. But I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like the way the form is. So perhaps I may want to go to, I may just want to copy this. I will copy this. I will copy this. Okay, I will copy this. And then I will go to ChatGPT. And I want it to be a new document. Okay, I want it to be a new document so that it doesn't feed me with information of what it has done from the previous discussion. Okay, so I will say transform this survey template into a form. Okay, sorry, into a table or into a table form. Okay, table form. So let's see if there is a difference between what ChatGPT will do and what Gemini did. So I'm going to paste that and let's see what it will generate for us. So we are going to compare what it generates for us to what the Gemini generated for us. Okay, so now it gave us something else. It said section, we have section for section for the parameters we're measuring, and gave us questions of what we're measuring, then give us the response. Okay, so now I don't still like this. Okay, I don't still like this. So I'm going to ask it, let the table have ratings from 1 to 5 distinctly. Okay, now the kind of grammar I'm using is very, very important because it's obeying what I'm saying. So let me find out whether it understands what I mean. So I'm going to ask this. Okay, so I am still not satisfied with this. I am still not satisfied with this. So I'm going to ask it, put the response options distinctly. Okay, so create columns for each response option. Okay, so this is where I want it to separate. Okay, this is where I want it to separate. So let me see if it will understand what I mean. Oh, beautiful. Now, this is exactly what I am looking out for. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm looking out for. I want a section to give the parameter we are checking out for, then the question or questions that we are looking out for. Then all I want to do is to tick ticks. Now, I still want it better, so I'm going to say put the specific feedback and option. So create additional table with just one column for on output. So just to make sure that it understand what I'm saying, I'm going to put this. Okay, so I'm going to see what it will generate for me. Okay, so now it is giving me specific feedback. What did you appreciate most? Okay, so the response should be open-ended response. But this is not exactly what I want. Okay, so let there be space for the client or the customer to write. All right. Okay, so this is somewhat better for what I want. So I want you to write in a response. So I can use this one as my first form, but I'm going to stop it where the specific feedback stopped. I'm going to stop there because what I want to get is this rating. And then I can use this as the second part of the form where I can have the question, the section, the question, and the feedback. Now, if I want to remove this section, I can also remove the sections. Okay, remove the section because I don't really need this section to be here. Remove the section in this particular table. This particular table. So let's see what it will give me. So now it has removed the section. Now I have a question and a response. Okay, question and a response. All right. So these are just, if I were to do the technical writing of this, of course, you know how long it will take me to generate this. So I can sit down now and develop over 1,000 templates for an organization in the areas I am conversant with, and develop templates for them. And if I wish, I can sell it for them. If I wish, I could make it available to the open space for anyone who needs them. Okay, so these are just simple examples. I've shown you just example of how to create a form. Now, let's assume that I want to create a form for course registration. Okay, I want to create a form for course registration. Now, notice that I am not logged in. So most of the information I'm dealing with, they just evaporate after I'm done. Now, you can also try these things at your own time and then give me your feedback so that we can all learn what? Learn together. Okay, so that we can all learn together. Now, to say review this according to Dix, and then, all right. So we can have multiple examples going on, and we keep going on. But I trust you have learned something today. So I'm just going to call it a timeout from here. So let's quickly summarize what we have been doing. Okay, let's quickly summarize what we've been doing. So we've learned about technical writing, and I've shown us how we can use ChatGPT to refine what we're doing. Now we've looked at the introduction of the generative AI, the applications in technical writing for content creation, refinement, and optimization. Then we looked at efficiency and quality improvements. Then we looked at managing prompts effectively. Then we looked at issues around customer service applications. And then we looked at best practices in technical writing. Now, if you have any question, any comment, any contribution, please feel free to reach out any day, anytime. All right. And we're glad that you made it to this program today. And we want to use this opportunity to remind us, especially those who are interested in becoming members of IPM. All right. So our membership discount ends today. Okay. So you can take the opportunity, just as a reminder, take the opportunity and be part of this move right now. Thank you so much. And I will take 1 or 2 minutes to see if there are questions. If there are any questions, I will take care of them quickly, and then we will be done. Questions, comments, contributions, if any. Questions, comments, contributions, if any. Questions, comments, contributions, if any. If there's any question, if there's any comment, if there's any contribution, please feel free and let me know. Okay, so we will quickly share the forms also. The forms for this attendance. So please, for people who want to get the certificate of attendance in this, please feel free to fill the form, and then your certificate will be sent to you accordingly. So members of IPM specifically, okay, members of IPM. Now, if you didn't fill the form, just know that we won't be able to get any certificate across to you. Okay, if you didn't fill the form, we won't be able to get any certificate across to you. All right, so, and I believe you will not feel bad about that, because it was made so obvious that you have to stay to the end of the class for you to be able to get the certificate. All right. Okay. So I'm putting the information. I'm putting the information in the comment section right now, putting the information in the comment section. That's the form I'm putting in the comment section. Okay. So that you can just fill it up and let us have. The most important thing we're interested in is the fact that you remember. Okay. Okay. So the form is right there in the comment section. The form is right there in the comment section. So just fill up this certificate attendance form. The certificate attendance form. So please fill it up and let's have that information. Okay. Fill up that certificate information form and let's have that so that your certificate can be processed and sent to your email. All right. One more time, thank you so much for your time. If you have questions, comments, please feel free and let us know. At this juncture, I would like to say thank you and do have a very wonderful, wonderful week. And if you are a member and you've not paid your annual subscription dues, please make sure you do so. It is very, very important for your own professional safety. Thank you and see you some other times.